What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This your girl, Queen Talks Crime. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions or comments. Okay, hit the post notification bell so you'll know what every time I come through with another video. All right, so I'm sorry about the last video I uploaded. This will be part 2. I'm going to go over the same things that I went over in my last video. I guess there was some technical issues with the sound, so I do really want y'all to know and get the information. So therefore, we're going to go over the information again. All right. Also, once we go over this information and whatnot, I'm going to answer a few questions on the case from the previous video. That's what I normally do. So we're going to go ahead and do that as well. All right, so we're going to talk about Quincy Dean. Quincy Dean is the brother of Ryan Dean. Like I said before, Quincy Dean is the brother of Ryan Dean, and he was had alleged attempted kidnapping charges, as well as he also was arrested. Okay, word on the street is, not just word on the street, but people are commenting and asking, because he was known to live with Ryan Dean at some point, and he was known to possibly watch her children. So the question is this: Quincy Dean, is it possible that you watched Ryan Dean's kids? Is it possible that you a fraction orange leg? The people want to know. The people want to know, because anytime you hurt a kid, I feel personally you should be responsible for it. You should be charged for it. You do not hurt defenseless, helpless little kids that can't defend themselves. They can't fight back. They can't talk. At 3 months, the baby couldn't even move. Okay? The baby couldn't even move. So at the end of the day, people have questions. People have questions about the GoFundMe. People want to know, Ryan Dean was at $15,000. Was that to help get your brother out of jail? There are no coincidences in true crime, right? So if there's no coincidences in true crime, people are like, that's kind of weird. And that is weird. That his bond was similar to your GoFundMe amount, one of your GoFundMe amounts. So the people want to know, was that to help get your brother out? Or was that really for a lawyer? The people want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Because the people were sending money to you for a lawyer. They wasn't sending money for nothing else but that lawyer. Okay? But the lawyer. So let's go ahead and get to the video. So I'm bringing you an article. The article is from kget.com. Okay? It'll be on keg.com, and it was posted by Karen Hua. Okay? So if you want to go look at the article by Quincy Dean, you can go to Karen Hua on kget.com. So this is about Quincy Dean. So a man is behind bars after attempting to kidnap a 5-year-old girl from a car while her family was in it. On Saturday, shortly before midnight, a dad, his son and daughter, and his fiance were driving home from a family movie night. According to the sheriff's office, 34-year-old Quincy Dean started following the family's car and rear-ended them. According to and he rear-ended them at the intersection of Airport Drive and Norris Road in Oildale. Both cars pulled into the Shell gas station. The family presumed to excess damage. Then the unthinkable happened. Dean ran to my daughter's door, opened the door, reached in, tried to pull her out, explained the children's mom, Brittany Cozart, who heard about the incident after it happened. That's when it became a family effort. That's when the 11-year-old son wrapped his arms around his little sister from being pulled out of the vehicle. His son's actions gave his dad enough time to pull Dean to the ground. He held Dean there until the deputies arrived. The family said Dean was a stranger. You hear about that kind of stuff happening in your community or somewhere else. Keep your children right next to you. Lock your doors anytime you're out anywhere. As close to home this situation hit, the family is proud to call themselves a team. Everybody involved in that situation are heroes for acting as fast as they did. I am beyond proud of my son. I feel we've done an amazing job raising such a strong-willed boy. According to court records, Dean has previously been charged with driving under the influence and petty theft. This time, Dean pled not guilty to 6 felonies, including attempted kidnapping, vandalism, assault with a deadly weapon other than a firearm. Dean is currently on bail for $150,000. His next due in court December the 2nd. So this was posted October the 29th, 2020. The article was posted October the 29th, 2020, which was a couple of months ago. This happened with Quincy Dean. Okay? So this happened a couple of months ago with Quincy Dean, right? October the 29th. His bail was $150,000. 10% of that is what? Move the comma over. Basic math, elementary. $15,000. 10% of that is 15, right? Okay. Ryan Dean had a GoFundMe that was $15,000. People, since this article has surfaced and people are knowing more and more about these key players in this case, people are wondering, was that GoFundMe to help get your brother out of jail? Was it going to help towards his bond? Because it was very similar. So people have questions about that. Okay. We also know there was a few men that were staying with Ryan Dean the time of, including her brothers. Allegedly, she had a couple of brothers living with her. She also had not only a couple of brothers, but a boyfriend living with her. So now that we know the extent of the brother, Quincy Dean, people want to know, is he possible one of the guys that you protected, Ryan Dean, that fractured Oren's leg? The people want to know. I want to know. Because whoever fractured that baby leg should be brought up on charges. But we know that they was not brought up on charges that you helped protected whoever hurt the child's leg. So the only way you would protect someone who hurt your child's leg, unless they're a family member or a boyfriend. Right? Okay. So people are asking, because they know sometimes Quincy Dean watched the children. So being that he watched the children, is it possible that he was one of the men that fractured the baby's leg while you was at work? And they was protected. I don't care who you are. Brother, boyfriend. You don't fracture or hurt a child and think you won't get turned in. I probably would have took matters into my own hands, just to be honest with you. But see, that wasn't done in this case. It was overlooked. It never went no further. There was no charges brought up on the person that fractured the baby's leg. So people have questions. 1, did Quincy Dean fracture Oren's leg? 2, is that GoFundMe Ryan Dean have anything to do with getting your brother Quincy Dean out of jail? People want to know. I brought you that article so you'll know more. Like I said, it's something new come up with this case every day. It's something every single day. There's not a day that passes that there's not something new. This case is crazy. I'm kind of over it. I'm ready for the boys to be found, no matter what the circumstance is, whether they're dead or alive. And I'm ready for their killers to be brought to justice. Because the more this case lingers, the more wild and twists and turns that it has. And every day, we learn more about the key players that came in contact at some point with Orrin and Orson throughout their life. And now, you really don't know who did it, because it's possible the suspects are from both Ryan Dean's side and of the West Side. We don't know who got these children. We don't know who took these children. The people, like I said, it's more than one suspect. Because the two that I believe that probably murdered the children was Giselle and Jacqueline. But if they was taken, all of them are suspects. Because now we know that there's a brother that likes to kidnap, attempts to kidnap children. So we have to factor that in the equation. Why? Because we don't know anything. So we got to factor everything that we do know into the equation. But I wanted to bring y'all that so y'all will know for sure the article, the facts. Hear it for yourself, read it verbatim, so that you will know what you need to know regarding Quincy Dean. Now I'm getting ready to go to answering a few questions for the Mr. Cow City Boys. Also, y'all, I'm going over the new interview. I know there's a new interview out there, and I will be doing a video on the new interview. And I will be giving my commentary, and I will be giving y'all what I think, and read between the lines of what John said. Now, I'm still going over it. I'm going to jot down my notes. Y'all know how I do it. So I don't want to miss nothing out. Nothing. So I'm going to go over that. Once I'm done going over that, then I will make a video and give it to you guys. And it'll probably be later on today or tomorrow, because I got some things I got to do today. But it will be soon. It will be very soon. I will be posting a video. So make sure you have your post notifications on so you know when I come through with another video. You've got to have your post notifications on so you won't miss out on anything, okay? Shout out to my old subscribers. Shout out to my new subscribers. I love y'all. Thank y'all for letting me know that there was no sound on my video. I appreciate that. Because I had fell asleep and I woke up. I was like, oh, I got all these comments. Let me see what else going on. So I went down and I read it. So I was like, okay. So I'm going to delete that video. I will be posting this. So you should be able to, it should be no technical difficulties. Because also, YouTube crashed yesterday. I don't know why, but they did. It told me that it crashed. So I don't know. They was having some type of problems or whatever. But let's go ahead and get into answering a few questions. Let me pull them up. All right, so Donna Corpy says, if T and J are found not involved in any way, I don't think they will be giving the kids back until the other two children are found, because the question is, does somebody have a vendetta or hit out for T and J, and that will endanger the kids? Thank you for commenting, Donna Corpy. Nicolette Morris says, I hope they find the boys alive. I don't think they're deceased. Okay. Thank you for commenting, Nicolette Moore. Jeanette Yarcelli had emojis. Thank you for commenting, Jeanette Yarcelli. Barb Gertchen says, where's the boys? That's what I want to know, Barb. I want to know, where's the boys? I mean, we don't know anything. And that's a good question that I would like to know is, where are these babies? Where are they? Two boys didn't just vanish off the face of the earth. I mean, we know they didn't just vanish. Carmela Evans says, closure. She also says, sincere condolences to her family. Rest in peace, beautiful. And she's speaking of Alexis Murphy. So, yes, condolences. She's very beautiful to Alexis Murphy. Carmela Evans also said, Queen, you're so pretty. God bless. Thank you. Earth Girl says, rest in peace. And that was referring to Alexis Murphy. Thank you for commenting, Earth Girl. Terry Wasp says, hey, Queen Talks Crime. It's Terry from the chat room from Everyday Shenanigans. You are really beautiful. Finally found your channel. Thank you for commenting, Terry Wasp. Thank you so much, sweetie. Melissa Evans says the realtor lady is the one that loaned the money to them. It's not two different people. So let me correct you, Melissa Evans. I am speaking of two different people. I'm also speaking to the realtor that sold the house. She's in Arizona, as well as the lady that loaned Trezell the money. She ended up in Arizona too. So the people want to know, is that a coincidence or are they there together? So we are speaking of two different people, but thank you for your comment. Adrienne Fontaine. She says, grateful for Alexis get to come home. That place where she was found, I have heard that name and a lot of missing persons, so now I have to go back to the stories. But finally, and they have the POS monster. Yes, they got him. He's arrested and he's serving 2 life sentences. Yep. And yeah, on that street that Alexis Murphy was, that road, a lot of people got missing off of that road. So y'all can go back to that video and I actually inform you of the road that she was found on, deceased. But a lot of people, missing persons, have become missing on that certain road. So maybe there's a serial killer possibly hanging out along that road, snatching up people. Okay. All right. Adrienne Fontaine says the old owner doesn't know them. She just sold house via realtor. Okay, thank you for commenting, Adrienne Fontaine. Like I said, we don't know anything. We don't know for sure. Who knows who? It's possible that some of these people know each other. We don't know for sure. All right? Anybody can tell you anything. It's just people find it weird that they're both in Arizona. And that is very weird. That's kind of odd. You don't think? Missy Brady says, I miss your beautiful face and your clever commentary. Thank you, Missy Brady. Ashley Gay says, when this case does hit the fan and everything is found out and boys are found, I feel like we're all going to be shocked. It's more than just the foster parents involved in this. Trust and believe that. Thank you, Ashley Gay, for commenting. It is very possible that it's more than just Trezell and Jacqueline. To dispose of them the way they did and clever as they did, there is possible that other people are involved. That other people helped in some type of way or aware. Somebody could have lent ideas of where to dispose the body. I mean, we know that some people in the family know something. We do know that. That we do know. Now, whether or not they're going to let us know that, probably not. Probably not. M&H says that Queen Charles' crime, the other children were taken away due to signs of neglect or abuse, not because their siblings went missing. So M&H, thank you for commenting, but let me correct you here. When 2 children go missing from a said home, a parent is responsible for the children, right? So when your children go missing, you have no idea where they're at, and there's no proof that they was kidnapped, no Amber Alert. That's neglect. That is considered neglect. Not only did John Walker came on his interview and said that was neglect and why the CPS took them, but there is a lady that also came and spoke of that as well. There is a lady that also came out, a CPS worker, and explained why the kids was taken. Because there were signs of neglect. That's neglect. If they see any signs of neglect or abuse, they have to remove the remaining kids. You got 2 children that went missing. You don't know where they're at. That's neglect. And they was concerned about the other 4 children. Will they go missing too? They don't know. Let's remove the other kids for their safety. Just in case, because we don't know what's going on. So that is why they was removed. That's neglect. If you got kids that are missing for 2 months, that's neglect. Because what? The parent is responsible for the child. You can't just have 2 kids that's gone missing and then CPS not intervene and we're going to remove the other kids. Because we don't know where the other kids are. They could be dead. They could have been kidnapped. Whatever. But we know they wasn't kidnapped. All right? There was no Amber Alert. Nothing of the sort. So we do know that something happened. And CPS is right for going in and removing the remaining kids, because we don't know what would have happened to the remaining kids that are left there. Why? Because 2 have vanished off the face of the earth. That's against the law. You're responsible for those kids. You should know where they're at all times. You have a duty to protect and watch the children. And when children go missing, that's a problem. That's a problem. That is a serious problem. A serious problem. All right, let me see what I can say. I think I have a few more comments. Let me see if I can get to them, because now my okay, Patricia Ryder says, my favorite way for your hair, my Cherokee grandma has solid black all the way to the ground. Don't worry, when you aren't here all the time, you have a job, kids, gorgeous home to take care of, and this crime stuff can wait till you good to take breaks. Thanks. Yes, I mean, I do have kids, I have a home, I have responsibilities, and I do work. So yes, but this is what I do in my time. I love to look at cases. I go over cases. So yes, every time I get time, I definitely bring you the cases that I'm looking at. I'm currently looking at a 15-year-old boy going over his autopsy photos, because eventually I'm going to bring that case. But I'm really looking into it. It's really been weighing heavy on me, so I'm definitely probably going to bring it to the channel. I'm just really going over it. I'm trying to figure out what happened to him myself. I'm trying to figure it out in my head, in my little brain. I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, so this is what I do, when I'm not dealing with the children, and when I'm not, cleaning house, when I'm not at work, I'm focused on cases, if that makes sense. Bang Tidy says, please God, I hope it doesn't take years to find the boys. All that pain and suffering is not fair to whoever's responsible for the boys going missing. Karma will catch you at some point. So do the right thing. Tell us where the boys are. Even if you do it anonymously, the whole world is on your ass, and it will be that way until we have them back. The people have spoken. You can't fight the massive. I agree with you, Bang Tidy. I mean, whoever got these boys, please bring them back home. I mean, if they are deceased, let us know where their bodies are so they can be laid to rest respectfully. Can you do that? I mean, they deserve that. E. Nick says, condolences to Alexis and friends and family. Rest in peace, Angel. Thank you, E. Nick. Hydrogen Mama says, hey, Queen, call me Lisa. 7 years is a long time for a family to wait for closure. Prayers for Alexis' family. I wish them peace. The hotel signing of the Cal City boys seems fairly sketchy. I agree. It would be great if it was true that they are alive and in a hotel, but there's so many odd things about the entire situation of the sweet little boys. Here is another odd happening to add to the list. Thanks for the discussion as it pertains, and thank you for your hard work looking into it. Thank you so much, Lisa. Itsy Bitsy says, according to what they're saying, Is that this woman trying to get a hold of the police department in California, but they don't answer their phones, which anybody in their right mind would know to call the San Jose Police Department, report it to them, and have them forward the information, or call the damn FBI themselves. Okay, thank you, Itsy Bitsy, for commenting. Lacey Michelle says, you kind of look like a Tatiana Ali. Just throwing that out there. Thank you, Lacey. Denise Mansion says, they found sawdust. Neighbor said they heard a saw that late night, too. They could have been burned and put in the walls. Well, what we do know is the police did say they went over everything inside the house, meaning everything they could possibly went through, meaning floorboards, walls. They went through everything. And there was no boys. So that's what the chief said. So Denise said, probably already went through it. Furthermore, they already went through that. And the boys aren't there. I think they possibly was dismantled and all the way to particles, if you get what I'm saying, without me saying it, and discarded. I mean, because they just vanished and there's no bodies yet, or a sighting of the children. Gail Fulson says, thanks everyone who's praying. Let's keep praying. God will deliver. Thank you for commenting, Gail Fulson. Natasha Waldorf says, hi, Queen. Sorry about Miss Alexa. In 2 months since the boy's been missing. Praying. Feel better, Queen. Praying for them to be found. Thank you, Natasha. I do feel better. I am back at it. I feel better. Thank y'all for y'all prayers. I am feeling so much better. In my opinion with Sherry, you are as beautiful as ever, but I can tell you still don't feel well. So I'm so grateful that Alexa's soul can finally rest. Thank you, my opinion with Sherry. Yes, she's finally resting. And that's the main thing that I always wanted when someone has been murdered or, just gruesomely murdered. I would like for them to rest at their final resting place and not just discarded somewhere in some dump or in some desert or in some trees in a forest. I would like for them to be laid to rest at home where they can actually be at peace. Lena Smith says, look at the boy's photo again, Queen. Orange lip is swollen to max. Pushing nose up. Inside of orange face. Right side is brutally bruised. Look like sideburns. Also, the corner of his eye has a white ball sticking out of it, in my opinion. This is crazy. I'm done. I want to put hands on Jacqueline and see if she can handle that. Okay, thank you for commenting, Lena Smith. I'll have to go over more photos because, like I said, I have a ton of photos. I will have to go over and see what I see. But thank you for commenting. Sydney Bademica said, make sure you take care of yourself. I will, Sydney. Thank you for commenting. Kick775. She said, how you been, sweetie? How you been? God bless you and your channel. You look bomb and sexy tonight. Thank you, Kick775. Thank you for commenting. Thank you so much. Night Owl, my sister, says, hey, babes, hope you feel better soon. I remember Alexis Murphy case. It's definitely a sad, unfortunate situation. She definitely didn't deserve to be harmed. The boys didn't deserve these people who were supposed to take care of them. I definitely want justice for them. If you see something, say something. Take care of yourself. Love your hair, babes. Thank you, Night Owl. I love you so much. Yeah, if you see something, say something. When something does not sit well with you, that looks odd, that looks out of place, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Say something. You don't know, you could possibly save a life. I've brought to you cases where someone's life has been saved because somebody reported something. If something looks weird to you, doesn't sit well with you, don't sit well in your stomach, on your mind, and something in your mind pops up and says, I need to report this. Report it. Report it. Tammy Reeves says, thank you, Queen Talks Crime. Thank you keeping us the updated press to all Upper Neon Nails. Thank you. They're blue today. But thank you, Tammy Reeves. Maureen, Julie McGrath, thank you because you're continuously out there searching for the boys and you are always commenting faithfully. So thank you, sweetie. She says, wow, 7 years, so sad. I'm thankful her family has closure. Please let the babies be found soon. Feel better, Angel. I will. Thank you. Backspace 1 says, yes, she's home now in much more beautiful place. Shout out to law enforcement agencies that handled the case. Yes, shout out to Virginia law enforcement. Y'all did that. Y'all made a promise to the family to bring that girl home in 7. Just to bring her home and lay her to rest. And y'all was able to do it in 7 years. Y'all never forgot about it, but y'all brought her home later to rest. And the perpetrator is arrested, serving 2 life terms. So that is while we do it. For that. To get convictions, arrests, and life sentence. That's the good. That's the happiness in it. That the perpetrator is found, arrested, brought to justice. That's what makes me happy. Backspace 1 says 7 long years and she was found. So sad of a case. The boys could take just as long. God forbid that he doesn't. I know, Backspace. I'm praying that it doesn't take 7 long years. Right now it's not looking too good. But, we do have people out there continuing to search. And we're doing our part for the ones that are not actually in that city. And stay doing our part to try to find out where the boys are ourselves. So thank you for commenting, Backspace 1. Joels Martinez says, rest in peace, Alexa's gone too soon, but you can now be close to mommy. Thank you for commenting, Joels. Victoria says, yes, this was a sad story for us in BA. I'm relieved that they found her body. She was a beautiful girl. Rest in peace, Alexis. Yes, she was very beautiful. To be going shopping and just vanish, it's sickening. MZBT Hester Brown says, we need to do a live together and compare notes on the California Towers. Okay, well, MZB Town Hester, make sure you just hit my Instagram at Queen Talks Crime and send me a message and we'll make it do what it do, sweetie. Crystal Moore says, thank you, Queen, for all that you do. How the police mess up. I totally agree with you in the whole circus. Yeah. Crystal, the police are supposed to check if this source was legit, that's their job, to check out the source and see if they can find the boys. The police did not mess up. How do you mess up something? Make it make sense, y'all, right? How do you mess up something when you're trying to help find the boys, see if the source is credible, see if, Jacqueline Giselle or anybody that might have had the boys are in that hotel, okay? Police can't mess that up. They can't mess that up. They're there to find the boys. That's their job. So allow them to do their job. They're supposed to, so they didn't, I don't feel they messed it up. They are supposed to go check it out, see if they can find whoever that was sighted with the boys, if that is true. See if they can find the sighting of the boys. Follow the lead. Follow that person. And catch them before they disappear. That's what they're supposed to do. But thank you for commenting, Crystal. Jacqueline Henning says, rest in paradise, sweetie. Thank you, Jacqueline Henning, for commenting. Ravenheart said, emoji. Thank you for commenting, Ravenheart. Yeah, so, it's a lot. It's just a lot that's going around and going on with this case. We just got to be careful. We got to be vigilant. We got to be open-minded. We can't believe everything we hear. And we got to stick to, facts and what's going on. And yes, we're going to speculate. Yes, we're going to, we're going to do a lot of that because we don't know too much, nothing, because nobody's talking. And, we have ideas why people are not talking. Are y'all not talking because y'all have something to hide? A lot of people have went underground in this case. A lot of people went underground when a lot of stuff started coming out. A lot of people went underground. But at the end of the day, these boys need to be brought home no matter what. We are on the side of the boys. And no matter what, we're on the side of the boys. I'm not on the side of no adults. Because the more we focus on this case, every single day, there's more about these people that was in contact with these boys that are coming out, and it's not looking good. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. Everything that we're finding out about the people that was around these children are not good things. And it scares me for the boys. Because I can only imagine what they went through. Being around these type of people. Right? Going through what they went through. So I just want them found. I want them brought home regardless of the circumstance. And I want them safe. So everything that comes up, everything that we, hear, I find, whatever, I'm bringing it to the surface. Because we want to know where the boys are. So, yes, I know, once again, about the new interview with John Walker. I'm looking over it right now. I'm going to look over it, jot my notes down. I will be making a video regarding to that update. I'm going to keep y'all updated. All right? Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, comment them down below. Hit the notification bell so you know what every time I come through with another video. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much. Love my old subscribers and my new subscribers. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you. Peace.